the one of the things about my job is when I tell people what I do, um, sometimes I get lots of questions, but a lot of times I get a lot of just like, "Bleh." Like, let me tell you all the bad, awful things that I've ever experienced from a manager, from another colleague, like this particular organization. And sometimes it's overwhelming, but it also is pretty validating because it makes me know that like people need my help, even if they don't always know it. uh, but it's spooky, it's scary. Like lots of ugly things happen sometimes when you work with other people. Lots of really beautiful, amazing things happen when you work with other people. But what makes that difference, right? Like, that's a really great question. I think a lot of times what makes the difference is like how people know how to react to the ugly, because ugly happens all the time. People mess up, people make mistakes, right? But knowing how to deal with it and how to take even the very most challenging situations and figure out how to make them positive and help people move forward, that's like truly a gift and a skill. But it doesn't happen overnight. That's something that you have to work at and you have to cultivate. You might have some of those skills already, but it's hard to do it alone, especially when you're leading a team or managing a team and you've got lots of moving parts that you aren't always in control of. Or if you're dealing with interns, that can be another whole layer of scariness that can happen. So don't find yourself Googling in the dead of night, try by candlelight as it's like dripping down with spooky music in the back, trying to figure out how to solve your problems. Consider joining the Bright Manager Circle. This is a subscription that we offer, and I think this is like about the coolest thing ever, and I wish when I was manager I had access to something like this. We've got a vault of information that has hours of presentations cut up into like 10 or 15-minute chunks, because we know that you don't have a ton of time, but you do need to have an answer, and you need to have an answer that you trust. And sometimes when you're Googling for videos, you find trustworthy information, but sometimes it's crap and you don't really know until you try it and go like, oh shit, that didn't work the way that I thought. So we've got this whole vault of information that's there to help you. And we're also creating a community of other professionals who can help you out as well. And then the icing on the cake is that twice a month you're able to join in to a half an hour webinars where I'm going to be presenting regular content that is not just the content that we are presenting on LinkedIn for free, but it's more in-depth conversation, and it's a smaller group of people, and you'll have the opportunity to ask me specific questions and get your questions answered. And not only get your questions answered by me, but also hear from the other professionals who are in the group who have other experiences to share as well. It's a pretty amazing thing, and I think you should consider joining us, because no one wants to deal with the spooky and the scary all by themselves. Nobody does, right? So click on the link below, check out this community, and if, like as always, if you have questions, send me a direct message, and I am happy to answer any questions you've got. Remember that times are spooky and scary and wild, and it's still wild right now. But remember to take a deep breath and know that you have everything that you need inside of you to get through it one day at a time. Keep rocking, and I look forward to connecting with you back here soon.